Have you been watching endless self-improvement videos in the last year, but your life still hasn't changed? You've learned anything and everything about what you need to do to change your life, but you still haven't been able to actually make the progress you need in your life. You haven't done anything. You've learned about everything. You know what you need to do, the habits you need to instill. You have all the information you need, but you just can't get yourself to do it. And you know that if you were to start doing this, you'd actually change your life, right? You've obviously figured out that the problem is your motivation. Like you don't get up and you don't feel like doing it. And then you've dug deeper and you've learned that, oh, you need to have discipline. But then you figure out that it's difficult to build the discipline. Building discipline is really difficult. Like you still need that internal motivation, right? Well, I'm going to tell you that the problem is you haven't organized your mind, right? I was watching a video by Iman sometime last year, and he was saying that the difference between millionaires and average people is that millionaires have an unmatched ability to focus solely on the goals that they've set for themselves, right? They're just able to sit down and work 16, 18, 20-hour days, right? Consistently over a long period of time and just keep going at it, like keep chipping away at it, right? Now, obviously, we live in an age where we've got all the information you need. Like you're watching a YouTube video right now, learning about how to fix a problem you have, right? You can learn any and everything you need on YouTube, on Google, wherever on the internet, right? We all know this. And if you don't know this, like where have you been? Like this is like, it's such an easy age to like learn anything you want. You can literally search up anything. You can search up Python course, right? And Python is like a coding language. You get JavaScript and you get all these other things. You can literally search a Python coding course right now. You can do it on YouTube right now. You'll find an 8-hour course teaching you how to do it. Now, obviously, you're not going to become like an accredited like coder or whatever like overnight, but you're able to learn like the basics. You're able to learn how to code. You can learn how to do anything you want. But obviously, it's a double-edged sword because now while we've got all this information, you've also got tons of things. Everyone's competing for your attention, and now your attention span is just dropping like this. Attention spans are at the lowest that they've ever been, right? So again, it's kind of like what you learn about like masculinity, and like you hear a lot of like high value men saying that the competition as a man it's non-existent. There's nothing here, right? Like because most men are just sitting, watching porn, doing whatever it is they're doing, and they're not trying. Most men are not trying, right? Hamza always said like, oh, it's not difficult to get into the top 20% of men because most men aren't even trying, right? And that's true, and it is easy in terms of that there's no competition, but it's also, again, it's a double-edged sword because now it's difficult for you. It's kind of like what can I call it? Like a mudslide, right? Everyone's like falling. Oh no, wait, the crab. You get like, there's this thing called, I forgot what it's called, but it's like crabs in a bucket where it's like if the crab is trying to climb out, it's got other crabs trying to pull it back down. Right, so like, while it's easy because there's no competition, society is also pushing you to become weak. So it's difficult. But if you can get out of that, easy. Like once you can get yourself to do the stuff you need to do, and just completely block out all the noise, like the path to get to wherever you want to get to it's very easy and it's very straightforward. Now, to get to the point that I was making is that you need to organize your mind. Right, going back to that millionaires where it's like millionaires, they're able to focus. Right, you need to be able to focus. Now, making that like a wider thing, more of like just over your entire life, is you need to get a vision for yourself, right? You need to get a goal, right? Obviously figure out your why. We've heard all of these things, right? But you just need to organize your mind. Like think about what it is that you want. Like sit down. Like I kind of like to think of it as like a car trying to drive with the handbrake on, right? Like you're just burning the clutch. Like you've got everything you need. You know what you do. You know what you need to do. You're trying to go forward, but you got the brakes on and your car's not moving. You're burning the clutch. You're destroying your engine and everything, right? So like pulling down the handbrake is you organizing your mind. You need to organize your mind. You need to know like when I wake up, you can't be doing this where it's like you plan to wake up and do something in the morning, but then when you wake up, you're kind of debating with yourself, should I wake up or should I not, right? If you organize your mind, you don't deal with that. You wake up, you know exactly what you need to do. It's a military routine, right? So now you need to find a way to get yourself into that mindset. You need to figure out what's the most important thing you need in your life, and then you need to find a way to just focus. I know it's difficult, but you just need to sit down and just figure it out, because if you don't figure this out, you're never going to do anything significant in your life. The last year is going to be exactly like what the next 10 years of your life are going to be. And before you know it, you're going to be 30, you're going to be 40 with like flipping 2 kids and like dogs in your house, and you're struggling to like pay the bills and everything, and you're just wondering what happened to your life, right? And I'm not like shooting down like the family thing, like I want to have a family and everything, but I'm saying like you're going to find yourself like where your life is sort of upside down. Now you're struggling, you're not enjoying life, you're like struggling to like pay bills and everything, and life's just miserable, right? So you need it's imperious, right? That's not a word. It's imperial. Okay, it's imperative that you organize your mind. Okay, that's the most important thing. And yeah, that's basically all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And until next time, I'll see you boys.